YouTube, what is good with y'all boys? It's Boogie and welcome back to another video. So today's video I'm gonna be talking about being single. For those of you guys who are struggling getting in a relationship, and you're single and you're wishing or wondering why you're still single, I'm gonna go ahead and break this down to y'all, man. It's something more important, it's something bigger meant for y'all, right? For those of you that are not in a relationship, there's something bigger and more important for you to be doing, right? To be focusing on, right? Whatever your calling is, you might not know it yet, but there's something bigger that God is telling you, hey, don't go out there and hurt yourself. Don't go out there messing around, wasting time, wasting your energy on things that don't matter, right? He's telling you to take this time to not go out looking for your answers, but to find your answers from within, right? See, what you guys have got to understand, right? For those of you that are single, you guys need to be utilizing your time wisely, right? For the years that you are single, you need to be utilizing that time effectively so that you can improve your lifestyle and the way of living, right? For you and potential future partner, right? So let me break this down for y'all, man, right? Instead of hunting for that partner because you're single, instead of putting your time and your energy on these social media apps and these dating apps, instead of putting your time and energy on going on dates with these girls, approaching these women in hopes that you can get into a relationship with them, instead of using your time and energy for that, why don't you put that energy towards yourself? See, you might not always have this opportunity of freedom, right? And what I mean by freedom, I mean by the responsibility of a relationship, right? A lot of you guys want a relationship because the idea of it sounds good, right? Sounds good to the ear, but there's a lot that comes with that relationship, right? A lot of compromise, a lot of attention, and things of that nature that goes into being in a relationship with the woman. And you can't have your full focus on your craft and your future and your success if you're worried about your girl and pleasing her, making sure that you are good and she is good at the same time. Does that make sense? Right? You're single for a reason. You can't get into a relationship for a reason. That means you got and I don't know what it is, but that means you've got something more important. You've got a bigger message or a bigger goal that's going to impact people around you and yourself. But you've just got to take that time to work on yourself so that you can know what that calling is, right? So you can know what your mission is, what your objective is. Why are you being set apart, right? Everything happens for a reason. And if you're not in a relationship, it's for a reason, right? Don't think it's because, oh, no girl likes you or you're not attractive. There's a reason why you're not in a relationship. You've got something more important to be attending to than things of a relationship. And not to say that a relationship is not important, not to say that the things that stem from a relationship is not beautiful. But this time that you have being single, it needs to be used efficiently and effectively. Because you might not always have this time, right, to develop and improve, right? To build off of something from nothing. You see what I'm saying? And if you're so caught up in wondering why nobody like me, or why can't I get a girlfriend and no girl finds me attractive, and whining and complaining, right? You're missing your blessing in disguise, right? That time period that's been set out already for your life. And that now that you're going through that phase, you're supposed to be taking advantage of that time period. Learning yourself more and more and more, right? There's always something you can learn and figure out about yourself and to improve on about yourself, right? Maybe it's to be a motivational speaker. Maybe it's to help certain artists develop their music or develop their style or whatever the case might be. I don't know what it is, But this time period is supposed to be used for you to figure that out. And once you do have that figured it out, what are the steps you need to be taking to make sure that this stays linear and stays in place, so that over time, 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road, something good comes from this. And then when you look back on your life, you say, hey, I understand, and I use this period in my life as a period of growth, as a period of evolution, as a period of studying and understanding me and the things around me, instead of going and finding my love or finding how I think I should feel from everybody else, instead of finding that from within. And I know it. I'm not gonna sit up here and say being lonely feels good, right? But you got to be comfortable with getting lonely, right? Being lonely. I mean, it might not feel good first off, right? It might not. I know how it is. You see your homeboys in relationships. You see social media. You see everybody booed up, lovey-dovey-dovey. You thinking, oh man, goddamn, what happened to me? Why did I get the short end of the stick? That's what you're gonna think, right? No one likes feeling left out, right? But you got to understand that being left out is the best thing that could have happened to you. And it's not really being left out. Like I said, it's a phase, right? It's a period, a section in your life that has been left open for you to explore and discover. That's what that's used for. But if you take that period that you have in your life of being single, of trying to possibly find a potential mate, right? A potential girl, a potential wife, right? Then you're blocking and you're missing up on things that could be 10 times more important, right? Or just as important. But you would never know that because you wasted your time chasing, right? Instead of attracting, right? We don't chase, we attract. Anything that's meant for me will come to me. So in the meantime, what am I going to be doing? Working on this. The source, right? The source is what matters. And if I'm not working on the source, what am I doing with my time? I'm wasting it, essentially, right? This period in your life, whether it's 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever the extended time is, it's happening for a reason. And you've got to be smart enough to know, hey, let me take advantage. Instead of moping around wondering why does nobody like you, why does the world hate you, why do people nobody want to talk to you, nobody want to date you. Are you kidding me, bro? You really gonna let your emotions get in the way of you? That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like you're letting your emotions get in the way of you. Why? Be okay being yourself. Be okay being authentic, right? You don't have to do what everybody else is doing. Just because you see your homeboys, your homegirls, people on social media looking lovey-dovey, doesn't mean you have to be lovey-dovey, right? And I'm not saying you're not deserving of having that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying there's phases for life. There's periods where you're not supposed to be having anything going on but evoluting and improving. And for those of you that are in a relationship, right, you should still be working and prioritizing the things that matter, right? You shouldn't be becoming weaker and becoming more or less in a relationship because you're trying to compromise all of your values in your relationship, or your girl wants you to do this and that. So now you've got to compromise, right? Then you just keep compromising till you feel less. You feel like you left with nothing. That shouldn't how relationships work. That shouldn't how it be. A girl should be in your life to add value to your life, right? She should be in your life to help you be a better leader. That's what you're supposed to be as a man, as a leader. And she is supposed to be in your life to help you be a better leader, to help you be the head of the table. right? But if you don't want to take on that role yourself, then you're gonna always be compromising. She gonna be the head of the table. She gonna be wearing the pants in the relationship. Don't let that happen to you. Be smart. Be wise. It's okay to be alone, right? You could be alone. You don't have to always feel lonely. You can have and develop your own self-love. What's better than your own self-love? Then you won't need anybody from anything from anybody anyway, because you got it from the source. Everything is coming from the source, right? If you take care of this, your external world will be okay because you're taking care of the source. But if you're not taking care of the source, if you're not watering those seeds and getting and letting those seeds get that sunlight it needs, then it's not gonna grow. You're not gonna grow. You see what I'm saying? So if you're single right now, take this time to really develop new skills, to really explore and discover who you are as a person. Like I said earlier, there's always something new and always something good you can find out about yourself that you didn't know before. But you gotta set that time aside and prioritize. And don't be moping around wishing you was in a relationship. Don't be wasting your time. If you're not in a relationship, like I said, we attract, not chase. We don't try to run after, oh, I just gotta, hopefully I get my hands on a girl, hope I get her hands on a girl, hope I get her hands on a girl. Waste your time going on multiple dates, going taking girls out, doing this, doing that. You see, you're doing all this and you're draining yourself. While you could be sitting back and smiling like, oh my gosh, thank you, I've got this time, right? I've got this time to develop. So that when I get out of this phase and I enter a new phase of my life, that I'll be prepared and ready for it. And this phase and that new phase might be that relationship that you have always dreamt of, that girl that you always dreamt of. But you're not gonna get her. She's not gonna come to you, right? Because you're not ready for it, right? And if you're not ready for it, she will never come to you. But if you had taken that time and used it correctly and how you're supposed to, then when you get to that new phase in your life, you just might be ready to receive it, right? But if you're not ready to receive it, it won't happen. You see what I'm saying? You got a bigger calling, bro. Take this time and use it effectively. Anyways, that's the video for today. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all for tuning in. I will be having more bangers like this one on the channel, so make sure y'all stay tuned for that. I love you guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.